One More Turn. Episode 711. Overshare.
Your efforts will be appreciated here, Nora. You are held in high regard in this town, and I hear you're starting to make a name for yourself in the city. A good one.
Thank you for that clarification.
The staff member who helped you complete your volunteer form didn't document why you chose to help us. Well, we're not usually in the habit of asking, just taking.
Now you're starting to sound like my children. What about this usually?
Makes sense you support Pedro not wanting to go after One More Turn Solutions over the Doe contract affair, given your connection to its founder Carson you-know-who, and his brother who now owns half the business. From what I understand, you even have a good relationship with Riley, owner of the now defunct Fortuna Works, who Avery also wants to take down. I'm assuming you're voting for Pedro, but why volunteer for him too?
Why is your belief that I intend to vote for Pedro only an assumption? Is my volunteering here not enough to elevate that to presumption, Garrison?
No, yes, I mean presumption. I think I've been using terms interchangeably for some time and I didn't even notice. How have you avoided this pitfall?
I'd like to say it's because I'm a better person than you, but I think it's really due to the influence of a now departed friend who is very mindful about his word choice himself.
Ah, the scourge of getting older.
Now there's an assumption. Oh, there's an email in the general campaign mailbox here that's addressed to you, personally. If you'd like to take a look, Garibaldi?
Oh, pardon that. My 6-year-old son must have gotten hold of his mum's tablet.
Garibaldi is an unusual name.
That wouldn't be judgment passing across your face, would it now, mother of Nax?
No, just curiosity. From the parent of one, unusually named child to another.
Oh, good. You know the origin of my name and Gary's?
Riley texted me about that while she was still here interviewing you, actually.
Well, I learned that Garibaldi comes from a couple of other names, which means Baldy, meaning courageous, and Gary, meaning Launce.
Now I see why you told me the origin of Baldy before Gary in that sentence. So in your family you have one man named after a spear, a younger cousin of his meaning spear-fortified town, then that cousin named his son a courageous lance. A whole theme. A whole bloody violent theme.
I figured Gary would get to that name first, seeing as how he became a dad first, but when he learned his child was a daughter, he and Evelyn chose Bella instead.
Well, alright, that can tie back into why I'm volunteering here and not, say, Evelyn, who doesn't even want to return to any part of the Doe contract at all. Her campaign manager.
How's that then?
Your niece brought about my husband having to find a new job, and that new job means he has a lot less time for his family.
How's that then?
Bella foreclosed on the building that housed Mac's laser removal business.
I could have a chat with my goddaughter about that if you'd like.
Ah, thanks, but no thanks. We're finding our way to manage. But is that...
Someone we were just talking about. It is. You know him better than I. He's all yours.
You have quite the nerve showing your face anywhere near here.
Sounds like something Caleb told me you told Riley once, about 6 seasons ago. It's good to see you again, in person, Nora. I'm sorry you couldn't make Caden's service.
Caleb told me what you said to him in your goodbye video, Carson. To him. It didn't match what you said in your video to me.
If I was going to tell both of you the same thing, I would have just made one video.
That's a fair point, but it doesn't explain why you felt you couldn't tell both of us the same thing. But that's in the past. Just like I thought you regarded this town and those of us still in it. History.
How about I just tell you why I'm here?
You could try that, but I know why you're here. Bella dragged you with her back here so she could be Evelyn's campaign manager. Like we need any deserters coming back and presuming to tell us how to conduct our affairs.
Deserters? That's harsh, especially coming from you. And don't you mean assume?
It is not, and I most certainly do not. Well, there. You've been here. I am as annoyed as I am happy you have found your place in this world. Now, if you'll turn to face the door...
Sounds like something Hudson told me you told him 5 seasons ago.
Okay, this level of sharing and recall has reached an unbelievable level. Go away.
Nora!
You're beginning to remind me of Max, and not in a good way. I can still go with my first instinct and tell you to get lost instead if you'd rather.
You're the one who convinced Caleb to contact me after I moved away 2 seasons.
Fine, tell me why you're here already.
It's simple. If Evelyn becomes mayor, Bella will want to move back, and that's not good for us. For me, for her, I think, any chance I can get a private session?
Not this about the therapy. Pardon, no. No, rather, the therapy. Here are the quotation marks this time. I'm not a psychiatrist. Yet. But why haven't you told Bella how you feel?
I feel like that would force her to choose between her mother and me.
What part of Bella's history with her estranged mother tells you that would carry favor over her present with her husband?
Wanting to make up for lost time? Wait, is this a private session now?
I think Pedro's still looking for someone to oversee canvassing homes in the lowlands. I don't get why some people think less of them, but it is what it is. Go see the front desk. Riley, I've told you I don't have classes on campus on Wednesdays. You'll have to get...
Oh, this is not about the carpool. This is about something I need to confide in someone.
It doesn't have to be. You actually haven't confided anything to me yet. You can still...
Well, anything I tell you is protected by your professional confidentiality, right?
You two with the psychiatrist. What is it?
I'm going to slant my election coverage in favor of Pedro.
I'd rather you not tell me such a thing. I'd like plausible...
Oh, there would be no denying it if someone were to call me on it, though.
Does that not sound like a poor choice of a plan, then? Not being able to lie about doing something that you know you shouldn't do, but need to in order for it to happen?
I suppose I should work on that.
More like need, and that's not the only thing. But I'm a volunteer for Pedro's campaign now, so you shouldn't tell me such things.
Slant has nothing to do with Pedro himself, so you've got your plausible deniability, as I think you were about to say before.
That focus, you're beginning to remind me of Max, and not in a good way.
It's got everything to do with Garrison. Now, Max may be your eye candy.
Like I told you 4 seasons ago, as I recall. Oh great, now I'm doing it.
But that man is mine. And as far as what kind of candy?
Oh Lord, please make it stop.
Oh, before I forget, my new job comes with paramedical benefits. Can I get a receipt?
One More Turn. Written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Garrison voiced by Steve Warning You 2 Warner. Nora voiced by Heather Pawprint 42 Motes. Carson voiced by Scott Alphashard Dirk. Riley voiced by Stephanie Makalua. Sounds courtesy of freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceover by Sedgwick. Visit the One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net. On the next episode of One More Turn.
I didn't ask about Riley.
No, but I saw your face light up when I mentioned her. You're attracted to her.
Not really.
Oh, so she's really attracted to you then, or at least you think she is.
Gary learned my lesson for me. Stick to women who are in your age bracket.